So basically, if you're feeling too warm, just put the eyes, because it's so warm today.
Oh my. Oh, it's melting so quickly. Oh. Oh. Oh my.
Oh,
Well, I've dripped everywhere.
again.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Didn't see you there. In case you hadn't heard, it's a little bit warm in the UK at the moment.
Been
Just a little
bit warm for the last 2 months in the UK.
Just a little. Because you haven't heard from us in a little while, we thought, oh, what are the fans going to want to hear us talk about? Obviously, us.
Yes.
Sorry.
If you don't know,
Yes.
today,
Today.
the Israeli Valentine Day.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I know. I just
Just so you can be passive aggressive that I didn't get you anything.
No, I'm not like you, am I?
Oh.
It's called Tu B'Av, which is Day of Love or whatever.
Aw.
For that reason, we are going to play a game.
Woo!
And we are going to ask each other questions that we didn't know before.
We haven't prepared these questions. Well, we prepared them.
We prepared them, but we didn't show what we are going
Yeah.
to ask.
Yeah.
And we need to be as sincere as possible.
Okay.
The question I prepared to you are currently safe in my bum pocket. And I'm going to take them out.
Straight from his bum. Here's mine.
This question I'm going to ask you. How did you know you love me?
There were lots of things. To begin with,
Yes.
there were, well, let's say some of the extra stuff you came with, the baggage, if you will, bagage.
What?
Didn't
You mean the kids?
the kids, the divorce, the age gap,
Mm-hmm.
being foreign. I'm not racist, but I never thought I'd be with someone who wasn't English. So those in the beginning, those things which would have put me off before, like with other people, had those things occurred when they'd occurred, they'd been a massive thing. Sitting there going, this is wrong. I didn't feel like that ever.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh.
When did you first have gay thoughts?
So,
Excellent.
because I'm so old, and when I was young, there was when I was young, there was a show called Dynasty. I remember as a kid more fascinated by the men and not by the women, like the actors and not like the actresses.
What age? What do you mean as a kid?
I was like 12,
Oh, that's not a kid.
11, 12. I was like looking at the men more. That's when I remember first time thinking, maybe gay. Question number 2.
Oh God.
What is one thing about love that scares you? One thing.
One. Losing it.
Losing what?
The-
You feel the love you have.
Okay, it's spontaneously ending. Like
So-
if you died. Or
I'm very close to it, in terms of age. Yeah.
question 2. Who/how did you first fall in love?
Ooh. Fell in love in one of my school girlfriends.
Yeah.
I met her when I went to high school the first year, and it was clicked like that. And funny enough, because I was in love with her, I did notice stuff to her, notice things to her. And I remember one of the trips, the school trips, at the beginning of the year, we had like a school trip. and she was getting dressed, and I know she's getting dressed, and I was on purpose came to the room, and she was so upset with me. She was really, really upset with me, and she didn't talk to me like for a month or so. And I was devastated that, you know, that's how my first love ends up.
Filthy peeping Tom.
Would you still be able to love someone after they've been unfaithful?
Before, my answer would have been no. Like immediate. No. Maybe.
What changes?
Losing what you have. Back to my last question.
But when your love has been unfaithful,
yes,
didn't you lose already something? Like trust?
Yes, that would have been my answer before. That something's broken, something's gone wrong, it's irreparable.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think maybe you can address what was wrong. Maybe you can fix it. And is it worth throwing away something so good over if it was a mistake or like I accidentally fell in his bum? But you know, people say that I went out and got drunk and accidentally kissed someone.
Mm-hmm.
Is different to like a long-term affair. So it depends specifically what it was. If I found out you've been cheating on me for months and months and years, no. If something happened and you immediately was like, oh my God, I can't believe this, I'm so sorry, I'd be devastated, but there might be something to work with. You just have to be extremely nice to me and make up for it in many ways.
The question number 4, what ways?
Wowzers.
No, I am faithful to you.
Je t'aime, je t'aime.
Are you faithful to me?
Yes.
It's recorded on the camera.
Yes.
It's
Lie detector test, plug me in.
No, we're not doing that in the camera.
Have you ever been caught masturbating? By someone who absolutely should not have seen you? No, if I walk in, it's not a big deal. It's not. I don't know what there is to think about. It either did or didn't happen.
You mean caught like live caught, or I was like in the middle of masturbation and then someone is coming and I'm
No, they've literally walked in. There's no questioning what's going on. They've run away and you're feeling mortified.
No, I don't think that happened. Well, the reason why it takes time for me to think about it is because I'm old and my memory is not what it used to be. So, as far as I remember, the answer is no. Define love in 5 words.
Safety.
Mm-hmm.
Contentment.
Means happy. Yeah, I know what contentment. I know that. What?
Equal.
Mm-hmm.
Excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And the bad times.
You kept it to the end. Wow.
The whole
what
thing.
do you mean bad time?
Like,
so it's part of love. Bad times is part of love.
yeah. You're a fool if you think it's always going to be happy and perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't say the word perfect, because it's not.
Yeah, we all know that you can't mark anything 10. Even Jurassic Park, you can't mark as 10.
I think Jurassic Park would be the closest thing I'd mark as a 10.
No, your dinosaur costume is the closest thing I can mark the 10.
This is deep for me. Do you believe everything happens for a reason, or do we just find reasons after those things have happened?
Wow. Ashley, did you write it by yourself? Well, I didn't. Disclaimer, I didn't write any of those questions by myself. I just Googled them because I'm not that creative. But hey, right. I think the irrational thoughts or the irrational answer would be everything happens for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
The rational answer will be we are looking for the answers we are looking the reasons for what happened. It's a very hard question, you know.
I could answer it immediately. I would answer it immediately.
But of course, because you see things as black and white, and you would have chosen that we look for the reasons after. Yeah, I know. I think that everything happens for a reason. And I think it's easier to understand the things that happen to us if we give them reasons. But it doesn't mean that they not happen because there was a reason for it. What's the craziest thing you have done for love?
The first thing that's coming to my head, and it's not love.
Falling in love.
Booking a hotel in the middle of Tokyo with my pen pal and having no access to contact anyone or let my friend know what I was doing.
How did that end up?
We had a fun evening. Yeah. So I was in a country, I could barely speak the language. I'd left my friend in the hotel, but she was doing something else, and I said, I'm meeting my pen pal today. It should be fine to get back home on the train. So we spent the day together, went out for a meal, we had some drinks, went to a hotel, spent the night together. Without me actually having any ability to contact anyone.
Mm-hmm. It's getting hotter. Yeah. Yes.
That's it. I think that's pretty crazy.
Your pen pal was
Yes.
Japanese?
Yes.
Did he speak English?
Yes.
So you didn't like send him
Artwork.
send him letters?
Artwork.
Yes.
Like comic books.
No, like the letter, if you had to write the language.
Oh, that's quite a nice racist thing that you said. Is there anything you consider absolutely unforgivable within our relationship?
Breaking a trust. Once broken, you can't fix it. Trust is one of those things like a glass. It's not only about being unfaithful, but it's about if you don't trust the person you're with, for whatever reason, I would raise a question and say, well, how can you maintain a relationship without the trust?
Okay.
Logged, I hope.
Wow.
Do you think you can be a friend with someone you loved in the past?
Yes, probably. Maybe, depending on the situation.
Please explain.
If your relationship didn't end violently, like with a fallout, if it ended with it's fizzled and we both realised it's not. I think you could then potentially maintain some form of friendship.
But what happened with the sexual attract? If you feel attracted.
But then that would be like saying you couldn't be friends with someone who you were attracted to even if you hadn't had a relationship with them. And that's absolutely possible. So I haven't got a definite answer, but probably. I probably personally wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I probably wouldn't be able to, and my brain would go into that, well, fuck you, I don't want anything to do with it anymore mode. So I think it's possible, but I don't think I would be able to, because I'm too childish and hold grudges.
That's what I love in you.
What part of me would you change if you could, physically or character-wise? Putting you on the spot now.
Whew. That's a nasty question. The first answer that came to my mind?
First thing.
Foreskin.
You know, when I wrote it, I was like, well, I know I'd obviously say foreskin or lack of foreskin for you. I put it back where it belongs.
I think
is it offensive to you?
it's not offensive, but I find, and this is my opinion, of course, and I don't want to hurt anyone. Then I know there are more with foreskin than less foreskin or non-foreskin, but I find the shape of the willy much nicer look when it's both hard and soft.
Flaccid.
So what's
Flaccid
the
or
proper
erect?
what's the proper flaccid or erect?
Flaccid.
Flaccid.
Or erect.
Right. So both flaccid or erect and erect, I feel that it looks nicer.
Okay.
And I just want to look at it in every possible
you
way.
other things to it as well.
Yeah, but when I look at it, I don't want to think the first thing, oh, that foreskin is covering and I can't see it. Stop.
I'm glad he said that and not some hideous part of my personality, of which there are many.
I love everything about it. I think that's what you miss. Because otherwise, if you were too perfect, and it's like, what's the point? There is no, I feel, and that's not the question, I feel, and love is a challenge. And,
Yeah, that's a good one.
And once you lose the challenge in love, you are less interested in it. When do you feel the most protected and taken care of?
When we're lying in bed and you like reach for my hand to put around you,
Aww.
which you don't do very often. He's not that tactile.
It's hot now.
Yes, but it hasn't been this hot for the entirety of our relationship.
I know, but it's hot now, so I have a good excuse.
Yes, but he's not very tactile and definitely not very cuddly.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are
When
What is that? What are you talking about? Very tactile.
That's too much hair there.
Yeah, you know, when I'm trying to be tactile. What's the difference between tactile and tactical?
A lot.
Okay. So I'm coming close to you and I'm doing that. You jump. So how do you want me to be
Tactile.
tactile?
You can give me a hug without prodding my ribs.
It's like it's jumping, so I can't touch. Give me a kiss.
Yeah, when you do something like that, where you go out of your way to make some physical contact between us.
Logged.
Where is the most dangerous / risky place you've had sex? You can take it as however you want to take that word, as in dangerous, like, oh, we're having sex on top of a wall and nearly fell off, or we nearly got caught by someone.
Previous relationship, and we were in a fair, like they were like, it was outside, and it was like a big park, and we just decided, okay, let's go there, and we went not far from the fair, we went kind of, it was like in... Let's say there were no doors there, okay? It was like a piece of, like a place with no doors. So
a structure.
Yes.
Okay.
But it looks
Were
like...
there walls?
There were walls.
Okay. How did you get in?
No, because there were no doors. You just get in. You just open. It's like imagine the building extension and you can walk in and out, okay? And it felt like in that place they were doing some work on it. So they were like... tools and stuff.
So you got to work.
And I got to work, and after we finished, we just came back to the farm. Hello. So, done, sorted. Do you think people should change themselves to find a love?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, because I did that.
You change yourself?
Yeah. In order to meet people and realise, oh, this idea of the perfect love that I used to have isn't obtainable if you don't compromise. If you set your mind and you're looking for this thing, this one thing, you're not going to find it, and you're going to close off all these opportunities that you may have. Which is why, in the gay dating world, where gay guys put so many boxes around themselves and what they're looking for and what they want, they're only putting up walls to crash into, and then it breeds that toxic nature between those men.
You can be wise if you want.
My last question.
Woohoo.
This is deep again.
Oh.
How would you know if our relationship had reached its end?
I'm not telling you that. I don't think there will be a point. I think, from my experience, when a relationship comes to an end, unless,
Without a catastrophic
Without
fallout.
catastrophic
Yeah.
fallout, or without a catastrophic event.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that it's slope down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this feeling starts to build in you where, okay, I'm not sure I'm in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't mean it's the end. It means that you need to stop and reassess and try to work on things that are not working for you anymore. But it could get to a point where you are so different, speaking of changing for love,
Mm-hmm.
you are so different in terms of who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that because that's one of the anxieties I have with you.
Mm-hmm.
As if someone changed and suddenly you feel that you're not in the right place and you don't get from your relationship what you used to get. And I think at that moment probably it's better to understand if, you know, maybe this is not the right place for you.
Call it a day.
You can call it a day, call it the hour, call it the month. It doesn't matter. But you need to be, you need to be true to yourself, I think. And I don't believe in happily ever after. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have a love, make the most of it, and enjoy it, and try to develop it as much as you can. But sometimes
It dies.
it dies. And nothing to do about it. We just need to get to that. Instead of just hurting yourself by staying and forcing yourself to find the old you and the old love, just decide to move on.
Set it free.
Mm-hmm. Are you there?
I think I'm a few days away from it, to be honest.
Few days.
Yeah.
So how many days do I have?
Ooh.
How many days have I left?
Well, I
How
don't
many
know
times
this.
do I get sex before you go?
If you're lucky, 5.
So 24 hours.
Ooh!
So I hope you enjoyed our questionnaire for
It was very self-indulgent and we loved it.
yeah, and I hope you love it. And if you like our channel and our videos,
Please subscribe. Or if you have any other questions that you want us to answer, it doesn't have to be about us as a couple. Just
ask us questions and we can do a Q&A video.
like, Isaac, which is your favourite film from the Jurassic Park series?
The first one.
Correct. 5 points. Ding. No.
So we shall see you
Next time.
Bye.
Dun-dun-dun.